Kicking first is a man who's just taken the realms at the top London restaurant, the Wolseley. You must have been there, haven't you?
I have, a couple of times. It's fantastic.
Yeah, I saw turn up myself.
Well, this man's behind the stove. It's Lawrence Keogh, and it is one of the busiest restaurants in London, isn't it?
It is, James. We're doing about 1,200 covers a day, yeah, to give you an idea of what we do.
So this is on the menu, is
well,
it?
We're going to put this on about 3 or 4 weeks away of changing the menu.
And what's the name of it, then?
Well, this is a Haddock Monte Carlo, a smoked Haddock Monte Carlo. And it's a haddock dish poached in milk. And funny enough, I spoke to my neighbour, John Williams, the head chef. Hi, John, if he's watching, of the Ritz Hotel. And we had a chat about the origins of this dish. And it's one of them dishes that was around part of the Savoy Group in the day, you know. And Savoy Group was the Barclay in Knightsbridge, where I did my training, and the Connaught and places like that. You know, and it's one of them dishes that was always on the menu, the Monte Carlo. So trying to find the origins of it was quite tricky.
But your restaurant used to be a car showroom, didn't it?
Yeah, we used to be a car showroom. Yeah, back in the 20s, the Wolseley car showroom.
Yeah.
And then it was a bank, because I remember going there as a young lad, training at the Ritz Club Casino, going to cash a cheque there, you know. And,
so it's just round the corner from there, isn't it, really? That's...
Yeah, exactly. Well, we're next door to the Ritz Hotel, we're at Green Park.
Right, so on the menu, then, what we've got here?
We're going to do a nice slab of smoked haddock. You want to cut about a good 200 grams portion. And it's a nice, natural smoked haddock. There's none of that sort of yellow dye that, you know, traffic light stuff, you know? Well,
it's a spray, isn't it, or like something that they put on it, or a dip. It hasn't seen a smokery, whereas that one has, really.
Yeah, now the schools have thought about Monte. You put it in skin side facing you, OK? There's a reason for it. We're going to lift it out.
Why is it called Monte Carlo?
Well, this is it. We're trying to find out where the name came from, but we know that...
wash your hands in the back.
Wash my hands, yeah. We know that Alec Guinness used to order it a lot at the Connaught, you know? And there's so many different variations. They say you should poach it in milk, you should poach it in milk and cream and make the sauce from the pan and serve it like that. But this is the way we used to do it at the Ritz Casino, and this is my way. Some people say you do a tomato fondue, but we're going to do the tomatoes in diamonds, funny enough.
Why
to
is
represent
that?
the Diamond Jubilee.
I'm glad you asked me, there you go.
Right, so the tomato concasse you want, which is basically just taking
take the eyes out.
Take the eyes out,
Yeah, OK. So haddock's poached in the milk. It takes about 5 minutes dead on straight away. It doesn't take too long, OK?
So in the pan there, I've got some shallots and a little bit of mushrooms.
Yeah, so in goes your shallots and your mushrooms. Yeah. You make a fish stock. I like making a fish stock and letting the fish stock go cold on the side of the table for about 2 hours with slices of lemons in, and then pass it. Don't pass the fish stock straight away, otherwise it's just too watery for me. So we have some fish stock there. So first thing is tomatoes and mushrooms and shallots and thyme and bay leaf, white wine, bang. Bring it right down and reduce it. Like so. Get that alcohol off. Yeah, so the Wolseley, we're doing about 380, 400 for breakfast, about 300 for lunch, and about 200 for afternoon tea, and 400 for dinner, and that's 7 days a week, and it's not shy. And we've also got a private dining room, which not many people know about, but they will know.
But it's part of a group of restaurants, then. It's not just that one.
Well, we've got the Wolseley, and we've got the Delaunay, our sister restaurant, which is a fantastic team in there, great bunch of guys. Front of house and back of house, and the Delaunay's in Holborn, and we're just about to open up the Zadel in Piccadilly on Sherwood Street, and that's going to be just a fantastic large French brasserie. It's going to be beautiful. There's 2 bars going in there. There's a great team of chefs going in there, as well as front of house. It's going to be open literally all day, and the bar there's 2 bars, and one of the bars we're going to have a cabaret in there, so it's going to be great fun for London.
Are you performing, Lawrence?
No, I've got Jamie there doing a couple of gigs, I think, you know, on the dance floor. Thanks. So I've seen him dance at his party.
Right, just get moving on.
Moving on. So you've got the poached eggs.
I've basically done half the dish, to be honest.
So that's the whole part of it, you know.
Lawrence has done advertising.
All you've done is put a bit of fish in the pan.
That's it. Well, this is it, isn't it? You know. Right. You get to my level, chef, you don't get to cook, do you?
It's all right. Stop.
I spoke to Andrew. All I do is change the printer roll. You know, I've got 60 chefs in the kitchen, you know.
Right. In goes the egg.
Right. I'll turn that pan up a bit more. Turn that gas up there, chef.
Yeah.
That's what you're here for.
That one. There you go.
Yeah, make it hot. Yeah. Right, finely chopped chives. The tomatoes are concasse. You're going to peel the skins off and cut them into diamonds. Very nice, chef.
Right, I'm doing that now. Right, remember, if you'd like to ask a question on the show for any of our chefs, then you can call our new number. That's 033 0123 1410. That's 033 0123 1410. Calls, remember, are charged at your standard network rate, and if you've to put your question to us live a little later on. Right, so we've got.
I must also mention the boss is getting married today. Right, Jeremy King is getting married. Good luck, boss. Okay. There we go.
Right, tomatoes, which we've got in here. These have just been skinned.
Yes.
Which are these? And you want them de-seeded as well, yeah?
You take the skin off and cut them into flesh. Then we're going to dice them into diamond shapes, yes, a nice little diamond.
Now, you're famous for, obviously, all the classic, sort of British classics. It must be sort of the dream job for you, wasn't it, that the Wolseley?
Yeah, well, I was unsure. You know, I've been there for 5 or 6 months now, and I was a bit unsure about going on to the company, but no, I've made a fantastic move, and I'm very fortunate to have a wonderful team in the kitchen, but not only the kitchen, there's a fantastic team front of house as well. You know, we get on, and there's the same belief across the company that we're all trying to do the correct thing. The hospitality is fantastic. Obviously, it's very busy, it's very bustling. It is non-stop, it really is. Right, the spinach.
Now, I mentioned the Jubilee. You had a brainwave, didn't you? The genius of Lawrence Keogh, the brainwave, on Sunday. What did you set up
when it, in the pouring rain? To do an ice cream stand. You know, the Jubilee street party in Piccadilly. You know, I thought, the weather's going to be great. Let's do an ice cream stand. So we devised we do coops, ice cream coops at the or Sundays to you, mate. Yeah, Sundays, but ice cream coops at our restaurant. And we did a diamond coupe. Right. Strawberries and meringue and raspberries, and the Fortnum and Masons was there. There was everyone there.
What's the difference between a coupe and a cup?
It was a bit more posh, mate. You come from up north, don't you? Right, reduce that down.
I'm reducing it down.
That's it. Fish stock must come down as much as we can. Okay.
There you go.
Just going to wilt the spinach. Anyway, it was a great day. Sun was shining, not. And it was a complete washout. But I did get to meet Prince Charles, which was absolutely wonderful. Lovely. Because I do watch you on Saturday Kitchen. He was lovely. He was absolutely lovely. And Piccadilly was absolutely rammed with a big long table, everyone sitting there eating. It was lots of fun, but apart from the big washout of rain. Right, we just see this is just wilted. The spinach has just collapsed, Jones. So just let it soften and collapse. Straight into a tea towel there.
Right, the little diamonds are happening here.
Press it like this, the spinach, get as much of that liquid out. Sauce is reducing nicely.
Yeah.
Keep the spinach warm to one side. The haddock can come out now. Nice.
I'll pass the sauce.
Literally, the haddock doesn't take long. So some people say you should reduce the milk and serve the milk with cream and glaze it. Okay, I'm going to come over that direction.
Right, there's the sauce passed.
Okay.
Yep. Eggs ready.
Season that sauce. Well, you've got to come down.
Yeah.
Is that a new technique?
It's all live, isn't it?
It's all right.
We pulled it off in rehearsals. I don't know why we're not pulling it off now. Right, the skin, just gently, see how it cooked? That's it. You can tell when it's cooked, it just falls away lovely. And that's a nice piece of smoked haddock.
And your poached egg.
Where's my spinach? Now haddock Monte Carlo. A little bit of spinach on the plate.
It's all right. Bit of that.
It's a good job of good friends, isn't it?
A little bit more chives.
Right.
Because you haven't chopped enough.
You ain't chopped enough chives. Right. Haddock goes on the spinach, OK? Then more spinach goes on top to create a nest for the egg.
Eggs ready.
The eggs ready. Dry the eggs, yeah. OK. A little bit of salt and pepper on the egg. Sauce is ready. Can you season the sauce? Diamonds are ready. This egg's quite soft, Chef,
I just
isn't
say,
it?
Lawrence, you're standing
I've got another one here if you want.
like an octopus
it's quite soft, but I'm going to go for it.
I've got another one here.
I'm going to go for it.
I've got another one.
You promise?
Yeah.
How stem is? Oh, God.
It's there. It's there now. It's there.
Make a decision, Chef.
Look at this thing.
You'd never get a job at our place doing breakfast.
Right.
Oh, no. Talk amongst yourselves. Right, there we go. A wobbly poached egg on top. Sauce is nicely seasoned.
It's there.
Oh, check on, Chef. Right.
Right. Seasoned.
How long have I got left?
Just get it on the plate.
Show's nearly finished, Lawrence. Come on, let's go.
Spoon. Right, smoked haddock. Who cut them chives? Who could have stayed them chives? What did you do wrong? So if you want any of these recipes, phone in them. Right, there is our smoked haddock. Monte Carlo with diamonds of Concasse, all for Liz. Oh, Chef! Buttons of chocolate.
Have a look at that.
Poached haddock Monte Carlo.
It's English English Wine Week, and to celebrate, I've come to Stanlake Park Wine Estate for inspiration. So now it's time to head off into nearby Bracknell to find some English wines to go with this morning's recipes. Lawrence has cooked up the most luxurious of brunch-style dishes for us, and we need something suitably decadent to drink with it. Now, the most obvious choice for a creamy smoked fish dish like this would be a glass or two of fine champagne. But given it's English Wine Week, I wouldn't dream of straying over to France for my fizz, whether Lawrence's dish is Monte Carlo inspired or not. I'm going to choose something homegrown. It's the wonderful Ridgeview Merit Bloomsbury from Sussex, which is biscuity and refreshing and more than a match for Lawrence's smoked haddock. Over the past few years, our interest in English and Welsh wine has rocketed, and rightly so, because the quality just keeps getting better. Thanks to our climate and soil, it's sparkling wine that we do best. Now, it's not cheap, but then making world-class fizz is an expensive business, and when it tastes this good, it's worth every penny. Look at those tiny bubbles and that lovely golden colour. And it smells sort of like a mix between freshly baked bread and an English orchard on a sunny day. Now, what Lawrence's dish needs first and foremost is a refreshing wine that will cut through the richness of the creamy sauce and the egg. And this wine, like most English fizzes, has fantastic acidity. But also, there are some delicious bready, biscuity flavours that will complement the smoked fish perfectly. And then some herbal undertones that are just going to pick up on that spinach and the chives. Lawrence, it may not be champagne, but I think even the most discerning of Monte Carlo's jet set would struggle not to reach for a second glass of this delicious English fizz.